I just scheduled these videos until the 9th of June. So now this is probably 8th of June, and today is the 27th of April. So, the question is, first of all, something you don't know is that in this room, it smells an awful lot like fart. That's just how it is. And the whole night I've been having bad farts and the feeling like I actually have to go and take a shit. Only I knew I kind of couldn't. Also sometimes, it just makes you kind of lazy, right? You feel like bloated and there's like just constantly farts coming out. And the reason, of course, is I've been eating too much sugar. And then I try to counterbalance it. I try to counterbalance it by eating things with a lot of garlic in it. And then it's like... and then I get up and the first thing I do is drink a coffee. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But I was talking about running, right? It's just to set the scene a bit, that you realize, interesting. I also want to clean my nose. Let me just do that. I'll leave you with that insight that it really smells like fart in here. Don't even know that's an insight. Maybe just... Oh. Oh, sorry. You weren't supposed to see that, I was... So, the first thing you ought to do as an addict is to first accept the fact that you're an addict. Now, the problem I have is that I am a well-reflected person. So I can basically reflect myself out of any situation. So I can say, for instance, shit, like, I'm really addicted. And it's not just cigarettes, right? I was addicted to tobacco. And then for a while I was addicted to psychedelics. And also I was already addicted to sugar and coffee. And now I dropped, most of the psychedelics, I'm aware of that. And I don't use tobacco anymore. And then I end up showing like heavy signs of coffee addiction. And now, right, the part is where you acknowledge, yes, I'm an addict. But then you just allow it to happen. And that's maybe, I don't know if that's the good thing about acceptance, right? I mean, sometimes you just need to accept the way things are, but I don't think it's a good job to, I don't think you ought to accept that you're an addict. I think you should always work yourself out of it, especially if it has severe health impacts. But right now I just think, what the heck? That's the thing, I think, if I would be with a woman, I would be more motivated to not drink coffee, because then my digestion is better. And if we then, would want to have sex, of course, which, that desire I should have dropped already. Well, you can say I don't desire to have sex, but I see sex coming my way, or at least I hope it does at some point. I don't desire it, so I'm not running after it, you can say that. But I surely hope that it's part of my life. Still. And the thing is then, that I think, if there is a woman that wants to stick it out with me, if she ever gets to me, or we get together, I will stop drinking coffee. And until then, there's still a lesson to be learned. And maybe, feeling a bit sick right now and lightheaded should be that lesson where I say, why do I wait for something to come which may never come? Why do I repeat my father's mistakes and this entire society's mistakes? Because why are we using coffee? Because we're basically running against the wall. And in order to manage to keep running without looking sideways once, or maybe to the back, we just keep drinking coffees and eating sugar so we can just keep running. I don't know where we're heading. I have the feeling we're outrunning our trauma from all these wars. So we just drink coffee because, better future. And so we're just buying a lot and working a lot, and somehow all we want is actually just want to die. Because isn't that what retirement is? It's basically death. You're socially dead because you're not contributing anymore, and you're dead as a kind of active member in the community, and then you just retire. What's the sense in that? Don't you retire when you die? I think so. Didn't a chief retire when he died, or was mortally sick or something and couldn't continue with his work? Why would you choose to stop working at the age of 65 so you can then just sit around and do nothing? Well, you could have done everything you wanted already for your entire life. No, you wait until you're too old to really do anything meaningful anymore. That's what we're doing at the moment. Everybody just wastes the best years of their lives working like a mule, trying to feed his children or something. Why don't you just wait with children? But that would also mean maybe wait with sex, because a lot of people become parents because they want to have sex actually, and they don't manage to be on their own. So, they're so impatient that they rush into becoming parents because somebody told them that science said that after a certain age, giving birth can be problematic. Well, why don't you make your own experiences? And don't go to doctors, because they're gonna tell you all kinds of shit. And in the end, you're gonna have a, how do you call that? If they cut open your stomach to get the baby out. Because that estimated date, the date they estimated, is overdue, oh my god! Well, isn't it normally nature that decides when the baby comes and not doctors? But now suddenly it's doctors that decide that? I mean, talking about ego, right? But we're allowing this to happen. We're literally allowing this to happen. Wow. Drinking coffee without sugar is... Yeah. If something tastes bad without sugar, but yeah, it's also just, getting used to it. It's like eating food without salt. It's kind of weird. I don't know where I'm going with this.